What if Bulma became a Saiyan? A year had gone by since the events of Planet Namek. Vegeta was gone looking for Goku. Bulma became somewhat concerned for the fate of her world. Who knows when either Vegeta or Goku would return? It was only a few months ago the world was nearly taken over by Garlic Jr., who had returned from the dead zone or void dimension. Vegeta would eventually return. And so would Frieza, making his little revenge house call. And like the original, Frieza's plans were short-lived, as a Super Saiyan from the future destroyed him along with his father, King Cold. And, like the original, he would inform them all, and the returning Goku of an impending doomsday, a lingering shadow that was going to be set upon them in 3 short years' time. Killer androids would wipe out the human race to near extinction and kill every single member of the Dragon Team one by one. With the disappearance of the Super Saiyan, from the future Bulma at least, in this version of things, can't help but think about her time on Namek, where she was completely useless out there. She thought back to all the times before that. Bulma had always had a bit of a warrior spirit in her own right. With Vegeta around that fire within her, grew even stronger. Time would progress, exactly as it always did. Like the original, eventually Bulma and Vegeta had a little son together, and the thought that she couldn't protect her little son Trunks from the shadow of the dark future that threatens them all with a determined look, she takes the Dragon Radar in search of Dragon Balls, searching for them in secret. No easy task. It was quite the adventure in her own right. As she encountered some enemies from the past, including Emperor Pilaf, even the remnants of the Red Ribbon Army, though afraid Bulma knew this would be a trial she would have to overcome. Come on, Bulma, get it together. If you can't face dangers on this level, how long will you last against the androids? She told herself. She was ready for dangers like this, and with a special capsule corp suit she built specifically for combat, and at this point, a little knowledge of self-defense she would have realistically had, being an heiress. She was more than a match for the Red Ribbon Army, as well as Emperor Pilaf and his 2 lackeys. After the crazy adventure, Bulma had succeeded in gathering the Dragon Balls, where she summoned the eternal dragon Shenron there. She made her wish to become a Saiyan warrior. This time, Bulma will be useful. She will defend her family and stop the androids. Not only that, she will soon understand Vegeta and Goku quite a bit better, and there was a little scientific curiosity. Not to mention, she knows Saiyans don't age out till they're about 80, so... oh yeah. As the dragon granted her wish soon, she would sprout a tail, a slightly uncomfortable feeling to say the least. But worth it, as Bulma did have a sudden burst of power, her body adapting, changing to a Saiyan body. Oh yes, she was looking good. As she finally returned home, she would use the now-built gravity chamber training like Vegeta had, though not as reckless. Needless to say, she was progressing quick, using the grav chamber. The hardest part for her was using Kai, though challenging. She picked that up in time as well. After all, she has spent so much time with martial artists, with a little discipline, and adopting their training methods. Specifically image training. Her ki would awaken itself, as she taught herself to fly and throw basic energy attacks. Whenever she wasn't training, she would watch her little son Baby Trunks and tinker away, modifying her battle suit so it could withstand her level of combat, making herself more efficient and powerful in combat. Though one night Bulma had realized she made one serious oversight, as the full moon would rise above West City. As she looks at moments before she would experience the great ape transformation for herself, she realized she had remembered this terrifying transformation. As she transformed and caused a slight ruckus, Luckily, Vegeta had just returned from space, and he is shocked to see a rampaging Saiyan on the property, though Vegeta behaves even now like he doesn't care for Bulma and his son, or the Briefs family for that matter. Deep down, he knew that was false, as he moved quickly to get his son and wife. He is thinking the worse, because Bulma couldn't be found. Though the terrified in-laws had informed Vegeta that the rampaging Saiyan is in fact Bulma, that she had used the Dragon Balls to make herself a Saiyan. Vegeta is thinking a million different things right now, a lot of them anger, but he'll address that later. And for the first time since battling the asteroids off-world, Vegeta became a Super Saiyan, and with his newfound speed and power, he was easily able to get around Bulma and take out her tail. Bulma would reduce to her normal size, and that was the end of that. No one was hurt. Just a few craters in the backyard, and a big fist through the wall of the house. Once Bulma came to Vegeta, would really let Bulma have it. He was enraged, not just about her foolishness on the wish, not just that she could have killed her own family. Oh no, no. He was more angry at the very insult and disrespect Bulma had shown the Saiyan race. Woman, how dare you? You're not a Saiyan, you can't just to pretend to be a Saiyan. Or wish it, how dare you insult my race like that? What would possess you do such a thing? Answer me. Bulma couldn't help but well up in tears. This wasn't the reaction she expected from him. She honestly thought he'd be thrilled to have a training partner. Vegeta, I didn't do this to insult your race. I did it because I wanted to be of use. Tomorrow we have to face the androids, face our destinies. I will not allow myself to stay on the sidelines while you and Goku go play hero. Vegeta, I did this for you, and that miracle sleeping in his crib in the other room, I can't stand by while my family is in danger. Vegeta can sort of respect that, though he doesn't show it. He could see in her eyes Bulma would fight, and she had gotten really strong in time. He's been away in space. Vegeta walks away to the grav chamber. Bulma looks on as Vegeta looks back at her, his eyes meeting hers, his looks one of deadly serious. Very well, Bulma. Then join me in the training room. Let's see how useful you are. Bulma smiled. Seems Vegeta has accepted her at least for the time being, as Bulma would face her husband in combat. This is where we will leave off for now. I hope you enjoyed the opening edition, and we will be back with a part 2, so please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon, and don't forget to leave a comment. Do leave suggestions for other what ifs. This channel thrives on your suggestions. Thank you, peace out.